Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. A group that wants to change the way votes are counted in South Dakota will present their petitions to McPherson County commissioners tomorrow.
South Dakota Canvassing wants counties to adopt rules against electronic voting machines. They also seek to limit elections to paper ballots only. Supporters say that it's the only way to ensure election integrity. Similar petitions were presented to the Lawrence County Commission last month and were rejected on the grounds such rules would violate federal laws and invite expensive lawsuits.
The city of Brookings is getting ready for its municipal election next week. On Tuesday, April 9th, residents will have the option to go to any one of 3 voting center locations. Early or absentee voting will be available at the Brookings City and County Government Center until April 8th.
All right. You have a good weekend?
It was pretty low key.
Yeah,
how about you?
Mine was too, and the weather was not really cooperating for doing anything outside.
We didn't have great Easter weather, Adam.
Oh, at least Saturday was all right. A lot of Easter egg hunts out and about the city on Saturday. We were able to go off without a hitch. But yeah, yesterday wasn't all that good. And yeah, today's not much better, considering we're still dealing with snow in several portions of KELOLAND. Not here in Sioux Falls, though, at least not from the view on our Falls Park camera. 41 northeast wind at 11 miles per hour. You notice the falls are a bit of a rare sight for us right now. They're full. They've been pretty lacking lately in the water department. We've needed it, and it's a welcome sight all the same. Meanwhile, out west, it looks like we're in January. 35, a calm breeze in Rapid City. They have received 7.5 inches of snow so far in downtown Rapid City. That is as of 4 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Mountain Time today. Custer leading the way, just under a foot of snow from this whole system. Tilford at 6.8, Folsom 6.5, just over an inch, 6 inches of snow rather. In Newell, Piedmont 5.5, Mount Rushmore just over 5, along with Rockerville rather. Kyle at 5 inches on the dot. Murdo a little over 4. 4 on the dot, though, for Harding and Hayes. Falkton at 3 for Pier 2. And Chamberlain just a shade over 1 inch. And we'll try and get a little bit more before we are all said and done. We are in the 30s in central and western KELOLAND, outside of Buffalo on the warm end at 40, and then Custer on the cool end at 29. Get a little bit of everything, though, to the east. 42 right now in Aberdeen, 37 for Brookings, 42 Spencer, but then 34 toward Mitchell. The wind has been a bit of an issue at times, though nothing too bad. It's been 10 to 20 miles per hour over the course of the afternoon. East River, West River, it's been a different story. A generally calm day with a light and variable breeze in place. So we'll zoom out. This is what's left of what we have today. Snow extending from here on through Pier and then just east of Rapid City. This will all eventually dissipate and get on out of here as we head through the rest of your evening and into the night. Once we hit Tuesday, we'll be doing pretty well for ourselves, as it's the beginning of a very nice run of weather that will also feature one other very important thing, at least to a good April day. Warmer temperatures. That finally comes back in as we head toward the end of the week and the weekend. But there's a catch to all of that. Nothing significant right now, but something to consider if you have any outdoor plans for the first weekend of this new month. We'll talk about that and go through the rest of your full forecast as we head through the hour.
Thanks, Adam. Well, next week, Sturgis voters will head to the polls to weigh in on street racing. Back in December, the city council authorized the mayor to sign a letter of intent to bring short track racing to the rally. It's currently expected to take place on the 10th and final day of the rally. However, not everyone agrees with the plan. We'll take a closer look at the debate tonight at 10.
The Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association just released a survey detailing all the issues currently worrying law enforcement. Now, in their survey, 98% say that they are concerned about the future recruitment. 98% also say that they're concerned that they'll be prosecuted for doing their job. Adam Duxter shares reaction and response to the survey.
In just 10 pages, the Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association says their survey speaks volumes.
This result alone tells me that cops have had enough.
David Titus of the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office is the organization's president. He says the responses from more than 1,200 responding officers and deputies are staggering. 98% concerned about recruitment and retention. Another 98% concerned about being prosecuted for something they did while on duty. and 4 out of 5 wouldn't recommend the job to a family member.
Cops are tired of the negative rhetoric. They're tired of being vilified. They're tired of feeling that there's no support from our elected officials.
Another standout point, 65% of respondents saying holding county prosecutors accountable is their top legislative priority, ranked higher even than addressing repeat criminals.
It might be politicians, it might be legislators, it might be some of these other groups that they worry about more so than facing down a bad guy in a dark alley at night.
St. Paul Police Federation President Mark Ross says it's a fight against rhetoric for many police, amplified by an upcoming trial for State Trooper Ryan Londrigan. County attorneys from Ramsey, Washington, and Hennepin County did not respond to a request for comment on survey results. Adam Duxter, WCCO News.
Titus says for years he hoped his son would follow in his footsteps of being in law enforcement, but he was one of the 80% who responded that he would not want to see that happen.
A bill in Iowa that would allow the state to arrest and deport some migrants is stoking anxiety among immigrant communities. The legislation is expected to be signed by Governor Kim Reynolds. It would make it a state crime for a person to be in Iowa if previously denied admission to or removed from the United States. The bill mirrors part of a Texas law that is currently blocked in court.
The emerald ash borer is taking over in Iowa. It has now been detected in all but one county. Samples collected from the Basswood Recreation Area show signs of the pest, which is known for killing ash trees. Iowa State University Extension and Outreach has a guide to show ash tree owners how to properly treat affected trees, recommending untreated trees should be removed and replaced with another species.